My oh my, how fast the tide's turned against me, huh? So, from what I'm getting from the comments is, ain't nobody ready for unity in this country. Because everybody was all okay with who I was. Everybody was okay with getting behind me for unity. Until everybody forced policy down my throat. Okay? So because my policies align differently than yours, it's not looking good for this revolution now, is it? That's 100% against this unity. 100% against this unity. So what you guys are telling me is you only had my back if I completely aligned with your beliefs 100%. That's not unity. That's the same cult-like activity that you guys claim that the right has, where you align with me 100% or you're not accepted. Tell me I'm wrong. You're going to come here with a list of demands from me. When I started this, you came here. I started this and Badger started this. You guys came here saying how it was all great. It was great. Didn't say nothing about policy. Not one person. Still followed me, even though I said nothing about policy. And look at the gathering that came. Just shows you how much policy divides people. And that's sad because 90% of policy is personal life driven. And that's sad to me. But that video was a test to see how strong the unity really was. Okay? And the unity ain't very strong because the messages and comments I'm getting ain't very good. So all you're telling me is my views don't matter. My beliefs don't matter. I even got told that in conversation this morning, that my views don't matter. My beliefs don't matter because I'm white. And I'm Christian. Okay. Like I said, I don't force anybody to be here. I don't force anybody to be here. And I'm not going to keep trying to force people to be here. You guys are the ones that forced me to talk about policy. I don't think my views are bad at all, to be honest with you. I think they're right down the middle. Okay? I've never cared what race you are. I've never cared if you're gay or straight. So why any of that is being held against me? No idea. But hey, it is what it is. Okay? But I'm not going to continue to stick my neck out on the line and put myself in danger and put my family in danger for people who do not accept my beliefs, but only will unite with me and align with me if I 100% align with their beliefs. That will not happen. I'm 100% down the middle in the unity. I don't care what people do in their personal life. I don't give a rat's ass. Okay? I have my beliefs. As long as you don't step on my beliefs, I don't care what your beliefs are, and I'm not going to step on your beliefs. It's that simple. But if my beliefs ain't good enough, and I'm not accepted because of my beliefs, then I'm not good enough to put my neck on the line and put my life on the line for people who don't have my back. So let's have this discussion, Purple Revolution, because today is showing a lot. God bless.
If you're against the Purple Revolution because you don't want to work with people who are formally MAGA, you're falling into their trap. Authoritarian regimes like to create a divide and conquer strategy. And yeah, it's real fun to hate on MAGA. But we got to remember, these are people leaving a cult. We have to create a space to help those people see the light. We don't need leftists in the Purple Revolution. We just need you guys to promote it. Because we just need a space to bring red to the fucking revolution table. You guys are already there. And the way that we do that is by finding our commonality. And our commonality is that we can all see that both left and right entrenched politicians are corrupt as fuck. This is not about meshing them together and being centrist. Fuck no. It's about radical revolution. And in order to do that, we have to get as many people to the revolution table as possible. The right and the left coming together doesn't have to be centrist. The political spectrum is more of a circle. The right and left can come together in the centrist way, but there's also this other side of the circle, which is more of the revolutionary side of the circle. This is where far leftists meet some of these far right people, where you can start to get them out and into that pipeline. Because the one thing that we can all agree on is that our systems are deeply fucking broken. And the more that we create spaces for people leaving red to just interact with us in a less aggressive way, where we can find those common...
Now, you go out there, mess things up, and then come up with an idea, a revolution called the Purple Revolution. I learned the Purple Revolution 2 days ago. The Purple Revolution is a campaign which was launched on social medias like Instagram, Facebook, that unite both blue and red, you know, the Republican and Democrats. But you understand the main ambition is to get support once you've messed up. I'm not advocating for disunity, but there's something called unity with responsibility. Your unity doesn't come from a point of responsibility. It comes from a point of you understand that you've messed up and you need people that will help you. And now there's so much resentment that comes from it because this Purple Revolution is receiving backlash. It's receiving, people are getting to look at things deeply, especially black people. And they are saying that this is not our fight. You need to fix your shit. You're the ones who made all this problem that you're seeing are happening. And now it's your time. You made the bed and you need to lie on it, right? You are not expecting to cause a problem and then now call for coalition and try to find a solution to this problem. I'm a person that advocates for revolution, of which indeed the United States advocates, or the United States needs a revolution, you know, as a matter of fact, that's true. But look at what point is this revolution coming from? The revolution is coming because we have some people that have their agendas that they want to push. You understand? And so when they want to push their agendas, this is what happens. They'll come to you, they'll sell you a lie, they'll sell you a unity. And black people don't want nothing to do with them. Black people just want to be left alone. Brothers and sisters, in this video, I'm seeing white people coming out and talking about how they are sorry to what black people have been going through and how they need unity and how they need a coalition and how they want this campaign to go on because this is a revolution and they call it a purple revolution. Brothers and sisters, this is a question that I'm asking you upfront. Probably you're a black person who's watching this video. My channel is for black people. It's a black-centered channel, so definitely majority of people that I'm addressing are people from the black community. Maybe with some few shades of white folks, maybe with some few shades of Latinos, maybe with some few shades of Asians. But 80% of my audience are American blacks. But what am I just asking my audience is that, do you really think this is something of a good cause? Do you really think the Purple Revolution is going to solve the problems that we are having, especially in the United States? So brothers and sisters, buckle up for this video. I'll be back and then I'll be sharing my thoughts in regards to this. Subscribe, like, share if you're watching me for the first time. So let's watch the video and let's learn, right? I'll be back.
The more that we can educate them on other issues. We're deprogramming cult members. That's the fight.
Comments is, ain't nobody ready for unity in this country.
I want you to take a very good look at the hat and the jacket that you're wearing right now. No, seriously, just look down at it. Just look down at it. Okay? When are you personally, going to let go of this idea that you're a patriot? You understand that y'all have bastardized that word forever, right? Right? You do understand that. It is people such as yourself who took the word patriot to mean anybody that isn't on the left. Anybody who thinks about the Second Amendment more than they think about saving children. It was you that did this. You. And yet here you are, once again, completely missing the point as to why no one is ready for unity with you or anybody like you. Because you see, there can be no unity, none, until we talk about accountability. I want you to seriously think about what I'm about to ask you. I want you to put effort into thinking about this. When did you start having buyer's remorse? Simple question. When did you start having buyer's remorse? Was it when those actions hit you? People around you? Because it didn't hit you November 5th, 2024, did it? It did not. It didn't hit you November 6th, 2024, did it? No, it did not. You didn't want to start having unity conversations with anybody until the actions that you put in place affected you. And again, you can be honest. I'm just some guy on TikTok. That's all I am. So explain to me, how in the name of whatever God or deity you believe in, are you going to sit and try to bridge the divide between the left and the right when it didn't matter about that divide until it hit you personally? Until something you wanted, something you had, something you lost, then made you realize how incredibly bad the mistake that you made was. You have yet, and trust me, I've looked at every one of your videos. You gave half-hearted apologies for your past MAGA relationship. You did. I saw the video, bro. So don't even try it. I saw the video. You gave half-hearted apologies. And yet you're still rocking that Patriot Man 1776 jacket. You were still trying to chastise people for not wanting to unify. You were chastising people for not believing in this quote-unquote purple revolution. Because it's hollow. It's meaningless. And do you know how I know this? The jacket. The jacket. This is more than just bridging a divide, sir. This is talking about the fundamental reason you would think, you personally, would think a man with no plans but a whole lot of really cool slogans was good enough to be president of the United States, and that it did not matter what he did. It did not matter the people that he hurt until it had touched you. You're not getting the unity pledge that you want because we see right through this. This is hollow. This is moissanite. It's fake as hell. Because you have yet to address the real problem, which is this. You never saw those on the other side as Americans. You saw us as the radical left. You saw us as the Antifa. You saw us as BLM. You saw us as baby killers. You saw us as shoving the trans agenda down your throat. I know this simply by your attire that you believe that. So explain to me, why would anybody that voted against this, anybody that voted for your best interest, why would anybody sit down with you? When are you going to address the underlying reason that you thought Donald Trump was a good president in the first place. Before you even think about purple, you need to deal with your red. You need to deal with the fact that you thought your fellow Americans did not deserve the things that we have all worked and sacrificed for. You're not getting the reception you want because you're still lying to us. It's written on your jacket.
I don't know what the fuck a purple revolution is, but I know that the people that still need to be talked off a cliff about the American Civil War aren't conceding a thing. There's not going to be any purple. I'm reminded of a quote. I said this a couple of months ago. Meet me in the middle, says the evil man. I take a step forward. He takes a step back. Meet me in the middle, says the evil man. There's no coming to the middle with people who hate everything you're trying to do, whether it's things you're trying to do for marginalized communities or whether it's trying to give them affordable health care that they don't have to worry about going bankrupt should they get cancer. They don't want any of this. Everything they have done, go ask any MAGA person, what has a Republican politician done for you? The only thing they can come up with is that they hurt somebody on their behalf. They cannot come up with a single thing that has helped the middle or lower class at all. And anything that they might possibly be able to say where they have helped the middle or lower class is either because they rescinded something they did that hurt the middle and lower class, or a temporary middle class tax cut that was actually a smokescreen for giving billions of dollars in tax cuts to the wealthy and mega corporations. There is no middle with people who have double-digit IQs, and the only thing they want out of life is to see those not like them hurt. You want to tell somebody on Medicare or somebody that's, let's just take somebody that's paying $2,000 a month for their family health insurance. And you're like, I want to give you affordable health care that is going to come out of your taxes, that's going to cost you thousands of dollars less a year. Yeah, but what if an undeserving brown person gets it? I don't want my life enriched if an undeserving brown person. There's no purple revolution. If there's any revolution, it's MAGA can sit in the backseat, shut the fuck up while we give them things they need, not unlike the dozens upon dozens and dozens of positive social programs left-leaning people in this country have already given them that they can't even acknowledge in their mind that was given to them by progressive-minded policies. These are the same people that were like, we got to get rid of Obamacare, but save my Affordable Care Act. No, fuck a purple revolution. That shit's not happening. Because if you are dumb enough to believe it is, ooh, buddy, you need to see somebody.
Some of my followers might not like this, but the only reason I think a purple revolution wouldn't work is because too many people on the left are too hurt by too many people on the right, and so they have hate in their heart. And I'm not saying they're not valid, but I'm saying when you have that much hate in your heart, you can't see the good attempts from other people. So someone who's repeatedly said bad things about your community, you're not gonna like each other. You have to put your ego aside, your needs aside, if you would like to see any revolution. But a purple one, I mean, as somebody on both sides, I can only see both of y'all just fighting. Back to your scheduled program. Some of my followers might not like this, but the only reason I think a purple revolution...
partnering with people that want to kill you is how you end up dead. And your response of, so, sometimes you can't get what you want with the fact that the right is trying to kill people or would like to kill people is not conducive to the thing that you think it is. This is not an ego thing. This is a not you hurt my feelings thing. They are killing people, ma'am. They are murdering people actively, currently. Do you not think that all of the you do realize all of the political assassinations that have happened this year have been by people on the right? You do realize that, right? So they are, in fact, killing people and dogs. They're killing people. And you're just like, so, it doesn't matter. Who cares? We should partner with the people that want us dead. You are an insane person. You are talking from an extreme place of privilege, and I hope you understand that. Because no one wants to kill you, white woman. No one is trying to put you specifically in the ground. But you know who they are trying to put in the ground? Black and brown people. Oh, how convenient of you. How convenient of you to think, no, we just have to fucking turn the other leaf again. After we did that, after the Civil War, and we had segregation, and then white people went into black people's segregated areas and killed them. Oh, do you think it's going to be different now that we're partnering with the same exact people that we partnered back then when segregation was a thing and white people went into black people's neighborhoods and blew them up? Do you think that's going to work this time? Do you think it's going to work this time? It's not going to fucking work this time. Like, what is wrong with y'all? You know what? I'm going to just end it there because I'm about to say some stuff that's just like gonna be way too mean. But this is fucking dumb. This is the stupidest shit.
So Mr. Purple Revolution, fresh out of MAGA, not MAGA, but still MAGA himself, got on the internet to say that he doesn't want to talk about policy because policy is divisive, while wearing a 1776 emblem on his chest. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Because this here is exactly why we don't trust you, sir. The year 1776 is literally the birth year of America's policy. 1776 was not the year of freedom for all. It was freedom specifically for white men, land-owning white men. That year marks when a handful of elite men got together and decided to write policy that would dictate who gets to be human, who gets to vote, who gets to own land, and who gets to be owned as land, as property. Oh, that wasn't just a so-called revolution. That was a business plan. Oh, and the Constitution? Policy. The Declaration of Independence? Policy. The system that said all men are created equal while simultaneously enslaving black people and erasing entire indigenous nations? That's policy in action. Baby, 1776 was the blueprint for every law that came after. Every Jim Crow, every red line, every prison pipeline. That year marked the birth of the idea that freedom is negotiable and that equity can be delayed, which is exactly what y'all are trying to tell us that we need to do for this unity purple revolution to work. So of course you would have that emblem on your shirt. So when you say policy is divisive, I need you to understand that 1776 was the division. It's literally the founding policy that split humans into categories by worth. So that shirt you're wearing is not about patriotism, it's about preservation of power. And that is why we don't trust you when you say unity. Because the kind of unity y'all are talking about is the kind that keeps us silent while it makes the rest of y'all comfortable. So let's keep it 100. You're not mad about division. You're mad that you're actually feeling the consequences of the policy that you've been voting to be enacted against the rest of us. The policies that you didn't think were going to touch you or negatively impact you. It wasn't divisive when it was working in your favor, but now that we are calling attention to how it's negatively impacting us, now you want to say it's divisive. Baby, policy is the very thing that y'all have been voting for that has been negatively impacting us for decades. And let's be 100% real. Y'all only want to change the part that are negatively affecting you. You don't care to hear about the other parts. You don't care to change the other parts that are impacting us, that we've been yelling and screaming about. And at this point, we're not talking about parties anymore. It's not red, blue. And let's be honest, we're not even talking about parties anymore. Red and blue, those are just polite cover names for anti-human and pro-human. And being pro-human is non-negotiable. It's that simple. The problem is that y'all cannot stop imposing y'all's beliefs and y'all's views onto everyone else by the votes that you cast that turn into policy that are then weaponized and used to govern our bodies, our rights, our freedoms, our wombs, our wallets, our food, our children, our identities, our existence. Yeah, policy is divisive because y'all weaponize it to use it against people who don't believe what you believe. But see, divisiveness was never a problem when y'all were on the winning team. But now that we're forcing y'all to look in the mirror, all of a sudden it's divisive. When it's a woman's right to choose, it's divisive. When it's black people wanting equity, it's divisive. When it's queer folk demanding the safety to exist, it's divisive. See, but when it came to banning books, bombing communities, writing laws that govern our bodies, suddenly we don't hear anything about it being divisive. Baby, that's not unity. And I'm so sorry, but the policy is the battleground whether y'all like it or not. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the problem is also the people who write the hateful policy, the people who vote for the hateful policy, and the people who act like they want peace when that same policy negatively affects them. But we're supposed to trust y'all?
The Purple Revolution sounds like somebody in a relationship with an abuser and they got tired and they fought back and they called the police. And then the abuser was like, you really gonna let them put me in jail? You really gonna let them put me in these handcuffs? You really gonna let them do this to me? And the abuser was like, I told you to stop putting your hands on me. I told you to stop coming around here. I told you to stop talking to me like that. I told you to stop threatening me. And then the abuser is like, but you know I love you. I'm changing. I'm not the same. That was the old me. Tell these people I ain't do that. Tell these people I ain't do that. And then now, you know, they want us to accept their collect calls from jail because they need our help. No.
You can take your purple revolution and shove it up where the sun doesn't shine. Until you maggots who are now suffering because of Trump's policies vote to get rid of Grinder Mike Johnson and all of these Republicans in Congress who are only there to make themselves rich and take away Americans' health care, we don't want to hear from you. And even after that, until you consistently vote out all of these Republicans in these states that are trying to do harm to the American people, we don't want to hear from you. We did our job in November of 2024. We all told you what was going to happen. We all told you that groceries were going to go up. We all told you that farmers were going to suffer. We told you that there would be a tax on the American people. I am not for unfettered immigration into the United States. I believe people should do it legally. But the ones who are doing it legally and show up to court, they're still abducting them. So until you people prove over the next 4 years that you're worthy of anybody in this country taking you seriously, you and your white leftists just leave us the fuck alone. We ain't joining you.
Hello brothers and sisters, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you're doing great from wherever you're watching me from. I'm your host and presenter Agent Stories. Welcome and let's have a chat about this. I asked a question. Please let me know in the comment section what you feel about this. Honestly, I feel like there has to be a clear picture. Black people just need to be careful because most of the time when these people have the agenda that they are pushing, they'll always want black people to come and help them do whatever they want to do. After getting what they have always wanted, they'll leave. They'll leave even without saying nothing. They'll just be the people they are used to be. On the other side, I'm thinking, I'm not that much convinced, but I'm thinking if this is for a better cause, maybe we could give it a try, right? But if this is not for a better cause, I think we just need to be vigilant, watch things, and just be careful. I understand black people have been through a lot of problems. And what they want right now, they just want to be left. They just want to rest. They just want to focus on other things that things that it's important to them. For the longest time, a lot of things have been happening and black people have always been taken for granted. Black opinions have always been taken for granted. Tell me why. This group of black people comes and warns you and tells you that the person that you are choosing is going to mess you up. but you don't listen. Now, after failing to listen, now you want unity. After failing to listen, now you think the people that their opinion was not important to you. You want to form a coalition with them. You want to have a revolution. I'm telling you, it should come from a point of responsibility. It should not come from a point that, oh, I've messed up. Oh, this group of people said the truth, and now we need them, right? And I think that's the playbook that these people are using. And it is time that black people need to be careful. I'll be really happy if indeed a revolution happens in the United States, because at this point, I believe that the United States really needs a revolution. But is it for a better cause? Or is it for people that has their personal agenda, that want to push their personal agenda? Or is it that we have some few people that want to benefit from this? That's just a question that I think it's imperative if we try to ask this, because majority of time, and we've seen the playbook really well, we know the script and we've mastered the script. Normally, when these people want something from black people, they'll always find a way to lure them so that they can get whatever they want. But once they get what they want, you are going to be seeing their true colors. How many times have black people gone to the street for other groups of people? How many times? So many times. So many times. A question: how many times has this been reciprocated? You have the answer, right? And so I feel, and I think from the researches that we've seen, the research has it that black people have gone into the streets for a long time. Black people have fought the fights that doesn't benefit them, but they did it for a better cause because it was about the intention. But you see, we are now understanding that we might do everything to you. Black people might do everything. They might get on the street. They might get shot on the street because they want these changes. But for what cause? So that you can sit back and let them fight for you, let them push your agendas? That's just a question that I'm asking. And I think it's illogical when you are proposing something so that it can work for you. It can work for you because it benefits you. Because the moment you decided to vote for whoever you voted for, you voted because you know there were benefits that you're going to be getting. But right now you're not getting the benefits. You're coming back and rethinking, analyzing, and saying, damn, black people are right. And we need to do something. We need them in this cause. And that's what they're doing. Hey, I'm not a person that describes for disunity. Honestly, I like unity. But even with the unity that I like, we need to see all that's happening. They're happening for what purpose? Is there something you're going to be gaining from it? That's why you're insisting. We need to scrutinize this because a lot of the times, majority of the times, the things that happens or what people tells us to do, they benefit them. Black people have been lied to for a long time. And I think it's time that right now they understand that, oh, we have always been lied to. And I think it's time that we rethink, reorganize, act differently, right? Because they need your reaction. They need your energy. And when you keep it from them, that's the blueprint that they can never get because they want your energy. Once you join the Purple Movement, they'll tell you, we are going to the streets, and you'll fall for that. But once you fall for that, you're done. You're going to push their agendas. You're going to do for them whatever they want you to do. And so, brothers and sisters, please let me know what you think and feel about this video. But until then, let me see you in my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.